right, ladies. Wait. Got music coming off. All right, lower it slowly. There it is. All right, perfect. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait. There it is. Hey. Fuck. Forgot to change all the info stuff. Dang it. All right, well, we're here. We're back. My whole computer just froze. JK. We are back. Episode number 7. Sorry, I don't want to make fun of people if they have a speech impediment. I apologize for that. Here, it's going to be episode 7 here in a second. And I type 06 and 7. There it is. Alright. Episode number 7. We're here today joined by Ozzy, Pinion, and Steve. I have Steve's name on guest names as Stevie. Let's change that. Let's get rid of that I.
Yeah, I'm Pinion, man.
Alright, there it is. These two dumb motherfuckers, Steve and Pinion, decided, hey, we're going to start playing a game of fucking War Thunder right off the bat.
No, we didn't. I literally opened it up to go check on my ships to do some upgrades, and I closed it. It is closed.
You're fucking idiot.
Also, one second, I go.
But we're back. Episode number 7. No clue what we're going to talk about this time. Still don't have... We can't talk about Call of Duty still because Steven and Karma aren't here, and those are the only other two that would talk about Call of Duty. And...
So, War Thunder.
No, I don't want to fucking talk about War Thunder.
Bitch. If you can talk about COD, we can talk about War Thunder.
I wasn't even talking about COD. I said we can't talk about COD yet because the people who play it aren't here. Dumbass.
Alright, what's so good about War Thunder?
Yeah.
So they added ships recently, which we've seen coming because they added ships in the beta testing, and they added a actual category to play against They had a category where you could play with ships, but there's no ships you could get without having to pay for premium. So we knew they were coming. We just weren't sure when, and they finally arrived.
I just had 4,000 viewers, and they all left as soon as you mentioned War Thunder.
That's nice. Yeah, get fucked.
Bitch,
Literally
they're fucking
gone.
Player count just tripled.
And
oh, it's a cunt.
All right, now I gotta change even more titles. God, fucking, come on, man.
The best title is the title with Karma in the name. And you didn't even add anybody. How the fuck did you
I added everyone earlier today, and I said podcast tonight, and we agreed at around like 9 o'clock.
And then you gotta when you're like getting
Oz fucking dude, Oz joined the second I fucking messaged Steve.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
I mean, I have this fucking chat muted. Headass.
Well, then you're fucking dumb for that. We never talk in this chat. The only reason we talk in it is to do a podcast. Like, nothing else happens in this chat. You're a fucking retard, Karma. You're a fucking idiot.
Maybe you should just at people.
Maybe you guys should
just
not have
unmute.
Okay, so besides that,
maybe you should just love me.
A game we all agree that we like.
Sounds kind of impossible.
A game we all like, Deceit, has a 6 GB update. So what the hell are they doing with that?
Hey,
the fuck is Deceit?
I don't play that game. The game we all play is Siege, man.
Get the hell out of here.
I haven't played Siege in a minute because I'm cracked out on Black Ops 4.
I haven't played it.
I'm not playing Siege because the War Thunder.
I haven't played Siege in like 2 weeks.
No, Deceit has gotten DLC and new maps.
Dude, I need to stop doing. Do you guys have RLS?
What's that?
Restless leg syndrome.
No.
What?
It's not like a real thing. It's just the abbreviations. Like when you sit here and constantly shake your leg, and I always.
I mean, I
that's
kind of
called
laughed when I said that.
ADHD.
I laughed when I said that, and I'm literally just sitting here bouncing my leg.
I'm doing that, and what it does is since I have my webcam on, it shakes my webcam, so like my screen just keeps shaking.
It looks like you're jerking off.
Only one person heard.
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's streaming.
Dude, I stream the
bitch.
podcast every
I thought you just record
time.
and then.
No, you fucking stream
Every
it.
time I stream it, open it up. Get me up to 3
Oz,
viewers.
is this your first time?
Oh, I didn't know he streamed. No.
Dog,
Okay,
I literally say every single time I'm streaming. That's why I say I'm pausing it and deafening you guys, because then I go live.
On Twitch?
No,
And
on YouTube.
that's
on
why
the Worry
he'll
Bout
never
podcast.
bring Dark in here, because
Yeah.
he'll just jump in and say the word.
That will not be mentioned.
Oh, good.
That's why I said Dark is banned from ever doing the podcast with us.
I was
don't
hoping
care.
somebody would just slip and say it.
No.
I was I may
Technically,
was maybe
I'm not
right,
at fault if someone else says it, because it's like the way I think about it is like, what if for someone who streams video games, what if they go like join a random lobby, and there's people in the random lobby saying that, you know?
I can imagine that'd be very
I
stressful.
mean, it's
like,
video
really.
games. It's a fucking given. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yo,
mean,
take off the fucking hat.
No, dude, my hair looks terrible.
He's a Dodgers fan, dog. He's got a
Wait, he's a Dodgers fan? This cunt.
Oh yeah, dude, game two,
Hey,
game two of the World
link it.
Series. I linked
Who
it
won
already.
game one?
Boston
Link it.
did 8-5.
Oh, never mind.
They
Well,
scored.
that's gay.
They scored 3 runs in 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th. It was depressing. Actually, the game is on right now. It's been on for an hour. Let's check the scores real quick. Mid-podcast update, and we're gonna let you guys know about the Dodgers and Boston game that you could possibly check because no one watches the podcast, and I just want the Dodgers to win.
Ethan, by the time anybody watches this, they'll already know the result of the
Oh
World
my
Series.
dude, yeah, I know. Red Sox are up 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd.
That's fun.
Never do that again. Carl.
Well, I mean, the Dodgers brought it back yesterday, but then the Boston just went back. They got that home field advantage right now. So
no, we have some real important news we could go over.
what, Steve?
Fucking one lucky bastard, North Carolina, won the $1.6 billion jackpot.
Dude,
for
I
the
didn't
Mega
even
Millions.
play
Yep.
it last night.
Oh.
He won all of it. He won all of it. He got all
Yeah.
5 numbers and the Powerball.
Yeah,
Shit, dude.
good for him.
Wait, what? How much? What? How much?
Imagine being him.
1.6 bill.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Jesus fuck. He's already a billionaire. Well,
Technically,
Well,
I
no,
haven't-
he gets about 2/3 or a third of that, somewhere in between
Yeah.
that.
He'll probably get
Well,
around like
well,
500
he gets 2/3
million.
if he gets 2/3 if he takes it over time, and he only gets a third if he gets it all at once.
He'll
I'd
probably,
take it all at once.
I would take it all at once because then there's no death clause in winning the lottery. So like if you win, you can't pass it up. If you win and you do the increment one, you can't pass it off. Like if you die, you know.
oh,
Once
really?
you
And I
die,
think
you're
it's
dead.
yeah, and it's
Here's
like
my
over like 10 years. I think is how often you get it. Or
Here's the
people.
thing though. If I ever won the lottery, I would never tell anybody because I knew the second people found out I won the lottery, I would get calls from
No.
people I barely
No,
talked to in high
you
school.
once
saying,
People
once you
know
win,
you won
once
the
you
lottery.
win, you
Yeah.
have to on the back of your ticket. It says that you you can't be anonymous. Basically, if you win, like so,
Yeah,
say
you
if you go in
Yeah,
and you
that's
say
kinda
like I
stupid.
won, you can't be anonymous about it
That
Why?
should be.
I mean,
that's
fucking
kinda stupid.
like,
unless
I
you
don't
get a
know where-
You don't
lawyer
have
and
to
then
tell-
no,
You
you
don't
can get
have
a
to tell any family members.
you can get a lawyer and then the lawyer can and then you go through all this other stuff to keep yourself anonymous. But if it's just you, like you can't really.
Well, I was about to say, because face it, I knew people in high school that if they ever found I win the lottery, suddenly I would have everybody asking me for cash.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And then you just tell them all no.
Hey,
All right.
no.
Let's go down the line. Karma, if you won 1.6 billion, what's the first thing you'd buy?
I would buy a $100,000 PC, a house, and a whole gaming room.
And he buys everybody PCs so he can play.
I'd honestly
Yeah.
buy everybody here PCs.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
hell yeah, dude.
420.
And I'd buy you all your goddamn games that you own on fucking console just so you could switch to goddamn PC.
No, I would never, dude. I can't play COD. I can't play COD multiplayer on PC.
Get a goddamn controller.
Oh yeah, no aim assist on Call of Duty Black Ops 4 with a controller. Eat my ass.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't even
Adapt
use
to
the
mouse and keyboard.
You're bad. Get
Regular.
good, scrub.
Besides,
Simple
wait.
equation.
get
good.
that high ass frame rate. Oh,
Quick
fuck
mess.
Man, okay, Oz, what would you do with 1.6 billion?
Dude, I mean,
I'd also buy a car.
I'll give some money to my parents so you know they can leave me alone, and then like I'll buy them a house.
I'd pay
Alright,
off
like,
my
we
mom's
probably-
debt and probably buy her a house too. Shit.
Yeah.
That's a good
I would
idea.
pay
And
off.
I give some family members, the ones that were like close to me, some money.
I was about to say,
Just-
and I don't know what the fuck Penny would do, but you live in California, so that's basically worth nothing. But your inflation rate's so fucking high.
If Pinion
Yeah.
just wants a house, he's gonna spend the whole
No,
all the
but
money.
No, dude, I'm gonna buy a PC. Really good one, like a whole PC rig and shit, desk and everything. Then I'd probably give some to my parents and put the rest in the bank because I really have, just use it.
I
for
would
the
take,
benefit.
I would give a lot to my parents so that way they could go on a honeymoon
Oh,
and we could
yeah.
repair our farm.
Yeah.
I would run out. I'd run out like pay Google.
I
put
would
five in
give
it, like
each.
Steve.
I would help my buddies out pay off their college debt, and I'd also do a couple other things, like give my brother and sister like $3 million like college accounts and saving
Yeah.
accounts.
Makes sense.
I do that.
Do you know? I feel like I could run through a million pretty quick. No, maybe 500,000.
It's that, and then my parents they were gonna buy like a restaurant, and they were gonna own one.
That's like a good life goal.
Yeah.
You know what I think I'd actually do? I'd probably sell my fucking. I wouldn't even sell anything actually. I'd just like move all of my stuff to my dad's house and just start traveling.
Yeah,
I would stay in school, but it would be very hard for me to stay in school. Like it would be extremely
I got
hard.
class today. How about I buy a video game and play it?
Me and my girlfriend were talking about what we would
Why
do.
not?
And
Why don't I waste all my money on War Thunder?
my girlfriend said she's like as much as it would suck, she was like I would just finish out school because she only has a semester left. I have a whole year left, and she's like I'd finish out school, and she's like I'd probably work my job because she's like I'd honestly have like nothing to do in my day if I just didn't work or have anything to do. She's like, yeah, traveling for a little would be fun, but like after that, what are you gonna do? And I was like, true. I'm like, honestly, I would like build I'd build a gaming PC, a streaming PC, a rendering PC, and a server PC.
At what point do you just build a quantum computer to do it fucking all?
And then I would probably I would probably
just like covered in liquid nitrogen, just like like in a chamber, just filled.
And then
with
I would
liquid nitrogen.
probably I would just probably try to pick up like YouTube and streaming all the time.
Hey guys,
If
I
you're
know there
gonna-
are only 5 of you watching, but I'm gonna let you know I won the lottery, so you don't have to do shit.
And then clickbait the
If,
shit out of your fucking titles. Guy who won lottery streaming now.
I made
like
the
that.
joke. I made the joke. I would literally start a business where people can like take selfies getting showered with my millions, but I would charge them the money, and then I would immediately take the cash money they paid me and throw it into the fucking shower.
I would invest in real estate actually too.
I
Like
wouldn't invest
businesses
in real
and-
estate. I'd invest in like
I'd invest in something.
I would
Yeah,
invest
buy
in like
property.
I would invest in technology companies. I would invest in green energy companies. I would invest in banks.
Tesla.
If
Nah,
honestly,
there's
if you
Tesla
travel
lately.
after getting a bunch of money, why not just travel everywhere all the time?
Because traveling sucks.
Like somebody wants to hang out. Like let's say you want to hang out, Ethan, and then the next day Mav wants to hang out or Ozzy wants to hang out. Just travel all the time.
I hate traveling, man.
I would just
hate traveling
just
so
fly
much.
and get Lyft all the time.
I hate traveling like with a passion.
Nice,
Really?
I can see that.
I
love it.
can't stand like flying.
I don't
I'm not
like,
scared of flying, but like I just don't like the trip, man. Like, cause it's the inconvenience of like not having everything of your own, and like
In
just
that
living
place.
out of a bag, you know.
Eh.
I guarantee you, Carmen wouldn't even live out of a bag. He would take absolutely nothing and just buy whatever he needs wherever he goes.
Yeah, probably.
Like keep just like a backpack with like a computer
I mean,
and like a phone
I'd wear my
charger.
favorite outfit and just
So
go on my
I'm gonna
way.
tell you this. There was a while where I was like in high school where I perfectly planned out. I would buy a B52 bomber, like a working
Oh my
B52.
god.
I don't think you can actually do
Yeah, I
that
don't think you can
legally.
Yes,
do
you
that.
can. You can.
America.
No, I'm pretty sure you can't do that
Of course,
legally.
Steve would be
Yes,
the
you
fucking
can.
person to plan that out.
Does it fly?
Yes,
Steve
it does.
probably
you can
wanted
buy
to bomb his high school.
No, God, no! Please don't say that. No, but my mom worked in my in the high school I went to.
Can you buy a
Oh my God, dude.
B-52 bomber as a civilian?
Yeah, you just need all the proper requests.
Excuse me, I'd like to buy your B-52.
You have to go through special firms and overstock, so I'd have to go down to Arizona where they store extra military aircraft that's not in service.
I would build a apocalypse
No,
base
but hold up.
with that money.
Let me continue with this. My plan was to take this, get a hangar up in Alaska.
You're not
Fuck it.
allowed to have the weapon. Any
You're
of
not
the
allowed to have
weapons.
weapons. No shit. I just want the plane.
Decommissioned.
Dude, I'll buy an F-22
And you,
All right,
you
let
can't
Steve finish. Just,
technically-
I just want to hear the rest of Steve's story.
or an F-35. I'll buy an F-35.
Shut up, Pinion. Shut the fuck up.
So, my plan was to take those carousels, you know, that hold fucking massive nuclear weapons and basically can hold SUVs,
Mhm.
and convert those into literally rotating like housing, like individual rooms, like one's like a dining room, one's a living
Inside
room,
the
one's a
plane?
kitchen. Yeah, inside the plane and live inside it. And if I ever had to move, I would literally just fly it wherever I wanted to go.
Yeah, but all that
You'd have to live in an
furniture-
airport. Good luck with that one.
So
Or
I
you
live in a
gotta
fucking
strap-
hangar.
you
I
gotta
don't think
strap
you
the
can
brain
actually
back.
do that though.
Shit's not fucking GTA 5, dog. Actually, you can buy hangars, but I don't know about one big enough
And
for
you gotta get clearance for
B52.
flying all the time.
You act like it's karma.
It's just a pain in the ass, dude. That
but
just sounds like a pain in the
fucking
ass.
lottery tickets worth?
How
It's
much-
not- does not make it.
How the
any-
hell am I supposed to lock up my goddamn plane when I want to go visit somebody?
You
How
hire
much
fucking
is
security.
a B52.
Oh, that's
This
expensive.
isn't GTA. You can't just walk up to a plane, kick the door, and get in.
Well,
maybe I plan
hold
on
on,
doing
hold
that.
on. All right,
What if it
a
works?
B52
Wait, all right.
bomber
By the way,
costs-
you can't.
It'll cost you 14.43 million for
Yeah.
for B52.
All right. A wealthy Russian tried to buy a U.S.
Yeah.
B-52 bomber from a group of shocked American pilots at an air show near Moscow. An astounded member of the U.S. delegation said the bomber was not for sale, but it would cost at least $500 million if it were to be
New,
sold on
brand
the
new,
spot.
brand new.
Yo, who stopped watching the stream? We're down 2. All right, one of you guys being fake.
I had to exit out because of my internet.
You're so fucking fake, my guy.
I would have started lagging.
And you can't technically buy the plane as a whole. You have to buy it in parts.
Really?
Then I'll buy fucking parts. I don't. I hope
You
you
gonna build
realize
it?
that isn't just gonna fucking
You're gonna
stop.
build
I
it.
feel like it would take all of your fucking money in order to fucking get that shit.
Then
and
all
then
of
in order
my
to pay
money.
for fuel, that's like the rest of your
And
money.
a hanger.
Wait, are you gonna
Fuck
fly
it.
it?
Yeah, and a
yourself?
hanger. And you need personal hangers on wherever you're gonna fly it to.
Not to
Be a
mention
pilot?
people to maintenance and stuff.
Yeah.
And you need to be tracked at all times by the government because
Jeez.
Because of reasons.
Yeah, that sounds like okay. Wait. What are we gonna do in Antarctica? No.
wait, what would you do? What would you do if all of a sudden the U.S. was was at war and you were flying a B-52 in the middle of the air and they were like, "It's a bomber!" And they-
No, I'm pretty sure most military nowadays know that B-52s are decommissioned.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wait,
Hold up, what did you just
B-52s?
say?
Because they
Wait,
can
what?
tell like what kind of plane it is like coming in, and so they're like
Yeah.
they contact
B-52s
you.
aren't out of. I was.
They're
No,
not, the
dude.
bomber isn't out of
I've seen
commission, but I'm
movies where
saying
they
like
take
one
old
that is
planes and fuck shit
decommissioned.
up.
Dude, B-52s are estimated to like still be around like by like 2050s.
Yeah, no, they're supposed to be around for a while because they're basically a low-cost internet intercontinental bomber.
Internet.
Internet bomber. Yo, do you guys? That
I
just
thought
reminded
the
me.
internet-
Do you guys remember the
Do you remember?
Shut the fuck up. Do you remember
That's
the app that you could text bomb? You could text bomb someone.
Yeah, remember I did it to you. I think I did it to you.
Well,
I remember
it
some
sounds like-
motherfucker.
It sounds like.
I remember some motherfucker texting me like a sentence of Arabic lettering, and my phone crashed.
Oh yeah,
Oh, probably because you have an iPhone.
yeah.
I did that in high school all the time.
Did you guys ever get the one where it's like it's the link to fucking Mandingo sitting there on a chair like naked, schlong out and everything, and it's like people will like text you about like major events or something. It's like, yo, you see what's happening? My roommate did it when the hurricane was coming through 2 years ago or a year ago. He's like, yo, look at these new updates on Hurricane Irma, and I was like, all right, and I fucking clicked the link. I'm like, motherfucker.
Wait, so
Mandingo.
what happened? I'm confused.
So there's a text message with a link, and the link brings you to a image
right.
of Mandingo. You know who Mandingo is?
No.
It's this big ass black dude with a
The black guy
super
with a
large,
fucking 10-inch cock.
yeah. And so
Oh.
the
That's
text message,
interesting.
people would send that link with a text message that would be like about some important event. Like my roommate did it to me when Hurricane Irma came through, and he's like, yo, check these new updates on Hurricane Irma's path. And I'm like, all right. And so I clicked the link, and I'm like, you're such a fucker.
Yeah, fuck.
Got him. You know what's good about that, Ethan?
What?
You could put on a condom, fuck yourself, and pretend that it's him.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
You just went to a dark place, Karma. I wasn't trying to go there today.
I saw you smile on stream.
I got a cute smile, dog. I'm just trying to.
Isn't there? Isn't there the lay or some shit?
Yeah, there might be. Might
There
have been
is,
smiling
and
about
you
something else,
should
but
have
I
it
just
muted.
thought that shit was funny. It is muted.
So, after all this, man, did we ever finish the? Oh, The $1 billion. We ever finished the lotto
Yeah.
talk?
I think so.
Everybody talked about what they wanted.
Uh,
That's how we got into the B52.
Oh, I was
because
gonna
Steve was
say.
going last.
I was gonna say that like I have $3 to my name right now. That's it. And Devin was
Ooh.
telling me she's like go buy Mega Million ticket. I'm like I'm not gonna go spend 2 of my
The
last
last?
$3 on something I guarantee you I'm not gonna fucking win.
Who knows? You might get your money back.
Bro, what if you
get a
won?
number.
I wouldn't win. No.
What
A
if?
man
What
in-
if you won?
It was a fate
if?
that a man in North Carolina was gonna win.
How old was he?
But what if you won?
How old is the guy in the Carolina?
He's probably 97.
I saw a bunch of
Honestly.
tweets. It was like, if some super old lady wins the Mega Millions, I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, if some super old lady wins the Mega Millions, I'm gonna have to break up with you because I'm gonna have to go marry her ass for the money.
Hey, little mama.
And I'm like,
How
then once she
you doing?
dies, I'll come back to you. All right?
Yeah, but I don't think you get any of the money because if somebody wins the lotto and then you try to marry them, they're just gonna have you sign a prenup.
Probably. And they'll probably distribute it throughout their will.
Yeah.
The only way they
I
don't.
don't
The only
even
way.
think that they have it in their will unless they get it all up front, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. They can't have it in their will if they take it like the
Yeah.
period. But what I was saying is like, in the only way that if you married them and you got all the money was if they didn't have a will, because then it's the significant other that then takes control of all the stuff.
What if you don't have a significant other?
Then it goes to the next, like it goes down the line.
Like, so if I don't have a will and I die with like the Mega Millions, does my mom or dad get control of it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your mom or dad.
Which one?
It goes
Oh,
to your
damn.
kin. It goes to your next of kin, the blood-related one.
I don't. I'm an only child.
Your dad.
Then
I
your
would hope my
they got-
dad. My dad's
mom or
financially
your
stable
dad?
and he knows what to do with his money. Sorry, mom, but my dad's smart as shit.
I'm pretty sure they split it between both of them.
My dad would probably give my mom money.
Between
though.
Bofa.
Yeah, and then fuck the other Kimmy, alright?
Oh yeah, honestly, my dad would probably divorce. Maybe. I'm just
Honestly,
kidding.
if I
Probably
won,
not.
if I won, I would go completely MIA on like social media and stuff. If I won, I would delete Twitter. I would deactivate my Twitter account. I would deactivate Instagram.
Why would
If I
you
fucking
delete
won,
everything?
I would hire. I would fucking hire.
deactivate, not delete.
I would hire Blackwater to be my fucking bodyguards if I won.
And so that
I'd
way,
hire a PR specialist and just give myself a bunch of PR.
Just hire an accountant and then they'll tell you how to
just do some Lil Tay ass shit.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna
You'll
buy
go
like
for it.
some expensive ass house in Cali
Did you
and
guys?
start a rap video.
Did you guys? Who sent the article about? Oh, Daily Mail posted an article about Lil Tay and X.
Oh yeah, those wasn't. I thought that was you.
No, I posted the one about how he admitted to the abuse of his girlfriend.
Oh yeah. I don't think he admitted to the abuse. He just
No,
said
he
that
did.
like he would fuck her up.
No, he said he did fuck her up. He said he said he like fucked her up because she cheated, and he was like upset about it because he's like I put all my faith and love in this girl and she went and did that shit, and he's like she knows about his
Oh, yeah,
past
and
and
then he
things like
admitted-
that.
This is
And,
what
admitted
said,
stabbings
happens
and
when you
shit.
put faith in people.
and he said he like beat the shit out of her and she was scared and she knew it. And then she
But,
also heard about the
8 stabbings in Deerfield Beach.
yeah. He's like no
Ugh.
yeah 8. He's like how many did
They're
the
in
news say?
Deerfield.
The news say 3. It was 8.
Yeah. And
That's so crazy though.
the
if,
the
like,
thing with Lil
Look,
Tay though
if I'm
is,
gonna do something illegal and something bad, I want my fucking credit for it.
the thing with Lil Tay was Lil Tay was being abused by her dad and X was
Yeah.
giving her support for it.
Yeah, and then her dad wouldn't let her go, so wouldn't let her fly to Florida. So if she would have flown to Florida, X may still be alive.
Is Little Tay that little shit that did those rapping videos?
Dude,
No.
X's new album might release still because he's they said that he completed a lot of work for his next album.
Kevin was talking about it and saying like apparently he's got a bunch of shit about like his death in there. Like he's like if you're listening to this, like I'm dead.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn, son.
Like he knew he was gonna like it's actually X saying that.
that's what Kevin was saying. It's just like rumors, but like you know still. That'd
Can
be,
you
that'd be
imagine if
insane.
X is like, if you're listening to this, I'm dead right now.
Or what if it's
Like
all?
that'd be
dude.
fucking ridiculous.
I was saying like,
I
oh,
get
what if it's a
goosebumps.
publicity stunt? He's like,
I would leave.
got y'all.
But
But then Kevin's like, yeah, he'll
I'm
probably go to
not
jail for
dead.
like 10 years for faking his death.
Dude, I would fucking, if I left something behind, like, okay, so if you're watching this, one of you fuckers killed me, and I expect you to kill 24 to get more, 24 more to get that tactical nuke.
Alright, Modern Warfare 2 killer.
Did you ever hear about the comedian? I think his name was Andy Kramer or something like that. Andy something. He was a comedian and he said he always wanted to fake his death. Andy Kaufman. He always
Wasn't
wanted.
there a?
Jim Carrey did a document or did like a movie on, or basically took over the role of Andy Kaufman and did a movie. There's this whole like documentary on it. It's actually like, really interesting. It's on Netflix. But Andy Kaufman, his one big thing was he always wanted to like fake his death as like a grand thing. So he said he had cancer and he actually did have cancer though. Everyone thought he was gonna fake it. Everyone thought he faked his death, and he was supposed to pop up like a year or two ago if he faked his death, but he didn't. So I'm assuming he probably died of cancer.
Oof.
And then I was gonna say one more thing, but I completely forgot. I was gonna say, how did I have 0.5 messages on 0.5 messages a minute on YouTube? Like no one will send a message and it's like 0.5. I'm like, does that mean someone started typing and then deleted it?
Probably.
Yeah. So Andy Kaufman, I'd recommend watching his thing on. Here, let me put my screen on. Yeah, Andy Kaufman. Jim Carrey has a documentary about how he took over the role of him, and then there's also a movie. There's a movie on him.
There's a
that
documentary
Jim Carrey
on
plays
Netflix.
I was just saying that it's the Jim Carrey, and he talks about how he took over the role of Andy Kaufman. Yeah, no. My parents. I was talking to my parents about it, and they're like, he was not funny. I'm like, the movie and the documentary made him seem funny, and they said all he did was like go up on stage and just like do whatever the fuck he possibly could until like you laughed. So
Yeah.
this dude, another one. Wow, you guys are just great.
So at this point, are we
What?
talking about suicides of famous people?
No, he didn't commit suicide. He fucking died of cancer.
Let's talk about Kurt Cobain.
Let's
Oh
talk
my
about
God.
Robin Williams.
Oh my god. You guys are the
What?
worst. You're never invited back.
Let's talk
Ever.
about Stefan Stephenson.
Bitch,
Oh.
you're the first one that
Hold on.
you come. I'm the first one you come to when you talk about podcasts.
I
Hey.
no, I just had everyone, and then you're the one who's always down because everyone else is a cunt.
Fuck you. That's why.
Damn straight.
Hey, that's racist.
It's racist.
That's racist.
Yeah,
well,
that's
not because the
racist,
rest of you
We're
motherfuckers are always
racist,
like,
deal with it.
oh, you shouldn't do it, blah, 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 blah. Steven's the other motherfucker that does this shit all the time. Fuck you. Steven's probably not going to listen to this because he's fake as fuck.
Honestly.
I
I'll
haven't
post this
even
and be
listened to any of them that I'm not in.
It's because you're a bitch.
I mean,
Well, it's just because Steven be like, oh, Steven be like, oh, listen, play for like 10 seconds. Be like, yo, that was tight. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, that podcast is an hour. I know for a fact you didn't listen to that whole thing. I was like
Yeah,
that.
you
I
gotta
cut on the
listen to
fucking the video.
he would say something about it, like especially since we probably talk
was
shit
like-
about him every episode.
on the video. The video I sent in our Snapchat group the other day,
About sex.
and he was just like, the video was like a minute. It was like 60 seconds long, and he was like, I was like, this is totally
was
Steven.
like-
And I sent the video, and he's like, and after like 10 seconds, he's like, haha, funny. I'm like,
No, he was
motherfucker,
like,
that
sex is good. That's
yeah.
what I said.
I'm like, motherfucker, that video's 60 seconds long. All right, don't downplay it like you think you fucking watched it. He's like, oh, I've seen it. I've seen it before.
I was about to say when you send
Eat a
your
dick,
buddy a
Steven.
5-minute video and when you send your buddy a 3-minute video and they respond like 15 seconds later, haha, funny.
I know that meme.
The only time I do that is when I've actually seen the video.
I don't know whenever it sends me a video, like, cause I have like 2 friends that consistently send me a video like every hour. And I'm like, I looked at them and said straight up, I don't even watch half the shit you send me because frankly, you send it so often, it's just lost its meaning and value to me.
No, I watch. Ozzy always sends me shit, and then my friend Stu always sends me shit, and I always watch them because I'm real.
Yeah, dude. I always watch it too. My guy.
Even though half the shit me and Ozzy share between each other, it's just like a meme page that we both follow, so we always see it.
Hentai?
Yeah, we already seen it.
Oh fuck that! All my friends follow the same meme pages, and like I try to find them, and they're like, "Oh, I already seen it because I'll follow the same fucking shit."
The Narnia meme. I was there when the ancient scrolls were written.
I was there when it was.
Oh, dude, I was telling Ozzy this the other day. There was a guy in my class who tried describing the Alvin the alien meme to people, and it was just it was cringy. Because I hate that meme so much.
Do you even meme,
Which
bro?
one?
You
The
know
Alvin the alien, the one it just sits there and it plays the song. It's like dun 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 dun, and I can't. And he just starts dancing. They like green screen him dancing on a bunch of
The
shit.
green screen.
Okay, can I just ask you a question real quick, guys, if you guys remember?
What?
You guys remember when 7 Days to Die came out?
Is
Dude,
that? What movie
I
is
remember
that?
when no one gave a shit about it.
Yeah, no, because I got it from a humble bundle because it was $12 for Hitman, so
What
I
was
just wanted
7 Days
Hitman,
to
but it
Die?
gave me.
Is that a game or a movie?
All right, explain.
Game.
Steve.
So I got it when it part of a humble bundle that was for $12, but I was really just looking to get Hitman out of it for like lower price.
Okay.
And so I thought, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna download it. And I remember this game being out when I was in middle school, and I watched YouTubers play it. I just booted it up to see what it's like. It's still in fucking alpha build.
Yeah, it's
They
not
probably
really
gave
nice.
up on it.
It's just a tip. Don't buy it.
This is what
Um,
happens.
Can I tell a joke real quick?
7, as
Yeah.
long as it's okay.
What is a house? Where to a party? Address.
Oh shit! It's on fucking PS4.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, I
I've
got
seen this game.
Address. Yeah.
I hate
it.
you.
Address.
That was a shit pun.
This
It's a
game
good
was
joke.
built on you.
Love me.
No.
Wait, I gotta. Wait, you probably heard this.
I thought
one,
7
Karen.
Days to
I
Die
got a
was
house
a-
joke.
I would say jokes, but they're all like
Wait,
way
what?
too dark and shit. I wanna.
What did the Mexican house say to the other house when it fell on top of it?
What?
I don't know.
Ozzy?
Get off me, home.
I don't speak Mexican, so you know.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys so much. You're the absolute worst.
Hey guys, I have a joke. What does Dark Orion say?
Don't even.
No.
I wouldn't do that to you, Ethan.
Hey,
I'm good.
wait. What does what does one house say to the other house?
Go for
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
How's
This
so
this
bad.
podcast is now
You
turning into
hoe.
shitty fucking jokes. All right.
No,
We
no.
gotta tell college
If
jokes
there's
to
one
Steve.
thing to make Ethan shit himself while he's streaming, is just basically to be like, "Hey, Dark's in here." He'll fucking shit himself.
No, dude. Dark's not even. Dark will never get invited to this podcast ever. Ever.
I want a house salad and I want it tossed.
Ever.
Just
I'm
like
pretty
in the
sure-
hurricane.
I'm pretty sure I've told this story before, but I wasn't even I wasn't streaming one time, and we were playing Siege, and I was like, "Oh, I'm watching a stream," and all Dark heard was he heard me say stream, and he's like, "Oh, you're streaming," and then dropped it, and I was like, "You son of a bitch!" I'm like, I wasn't streaming, but that's how I know you will never ever fucking ever ever ever
Oh, dude.
Dark.
ever.
Dark has good conversations, but like he doesn't know
He memes.
how to just be
He memes
He's
all the
just
time.
edgy.
a regular guy
Yeah.
who isn't
Oh,
always
this
edgy.
game.
Because he's a
is
fucking
unoptimized,
coder
yeah.
that
Dude,
is
the
like
first thing-
MIA from the world and has a shitload
Dude.
of money.
I remember,
Yeah,
like,
dude, he like steals from the Bangladeshi government all the time.
dude,
Who?
He has 82 million.
Yo, like really, like literally last night, like wait, like I haven't talked to him in like a month. And then he
I don't know if
comes
that's
on-
real, by the way.
And then he comes on
think it's
yesterday when me and Carmel were there in the chat on Discord last night.
hmm
And then he's like, yo, I just saw this anime, and then he's like, I saw the first episode, and I love it. You know why? Because it has rape in it. I was like, all right.
Oh yeah, he's talking
I
about
feel
Goblin
like-
Slayer.
I feel like Doug, not Doug, fuck, Dark,
Doug.
has
Doug? Let's call him Doug.
no. My buddy's Doug, and
No,
he
that's
has
his name. His Dark's name is
Alright.
Doug.
no. What thing I feel with Dark is I feel like Dark just has a problem communicating with people in certain aspects. If you know what I mean.
He's autistic.
Not
He's
autistic, but just like
I wonder what
I
he's
don't
like
know,
in
he just-
person.
For
Probably
me,
toxic.
I'm actually
You're-
autistic.
Wonder
What
what
the- we-
Dark's like in person?
We have to ask Mav.
Dark.
Well, Dark has told me
Um,
multiple times he's gone to Verizon and basically like changed all his phone shit so he didn't have to pay bills, and he got like permission from like the low key rookie who didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Dark knows what he's talking about, but
Dark's
he
very
doesn't have
smart.
a lot of social skills.
Dark is very smart.
Right.
But yeah,
He has he doesn't have a lot of social skills, and he's also very fucking edgy.
Yeah,
the edgiest of edges.
Sounds like
Wait,
me
hold
a
on.
little bit.
His
Love you, Dark.
his
If you ever listen to
description
this, kisses.
his description is the literal edgelord.
Classic.
For me.
So edgy, he cuts himself every night with his jokes.
Ooh, I haven't heard that
Right
one
on
before.
his wrists.
that's pretty.
Oh, there we go back to suicide. You guys are the worst. I'm gonna stop doing podcasts, you guys, because it just gets fucking depressing.
Well, maybe if our lives weren't so goddamn depressing.
You right?
Suicide
You
is
seen that?
painless.
Where like instead of hats get thrown in the air at graduation, it's bulletproof vest.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Hey, we
God.
could start playing Suicide is
Dude.
Painless in here.
That fucking sucks.
So in good
No,
news,
I'll get
to bring
copyright.
this
No,
up,
I know.
so today
Pretty good.
today in school, I showed you guys that art thing I made today, or I didn't make it, but you know, the thing I sent in chat.
Showed us.
I
You
sent the
still- you
picture.
sent like a balloon stupid shit.
I hate
Fuck that.
shading.
Yeah.
balloons.
It's a fucking balloon wrapped in fabric, and I've never done that in art because I always do 3D work. That's all I've ever done. I don't draw or any of that shit, and so we had to do that for a project, and so we did our critique today, and I was fucking shitting my pants, dude, because everyone in my class is so fucking good, it's insane, and so.
Wait, so was yours the worst in the class?
No. I don't really think there was a worst. No, I
Oh, that's what the guy with the worst says.
Yeah,
You're a little lying. on it.
I'm sure mine
I
was.
don't think
I don't-
anybody has the worst one.
It was between like me.
It
and-
was mine.
It was between like me and some other dude. But like mine, I'm like my work came up to like get critiqued, and I was like, can we critique our own work? She was I said criticism. I'm like, can I give criticism to my own work? She's like, assholes give criticism, artists give critique. I'm like, well, it's my work. I can be an asshole to myself. And she was like, well, I'm like, all right, fine, critique. And so I went off on my like.
My dick.
I went off. I was like, oh, honestly, this project was just like extremely hard for me. I'm like, I've never done anything like this, so it was kind of overwhelming, blah blah blah. And I started critiquing my own work. I'm like, I feel like I give like a weird perspective on it. And then people were gassing my work up, dog. They were gassing it up. They're like, damn, this is good. I like this. I like that. Blah blah blah. They compared me to Picasso. I was like, y'all better chill. All right.
Nah, they were just being nice.
Yeah, they were just being nice. I'm like, I literally
said.
said, I was like, can you guys like, I'm like, can I get like actual like critique? I'm like, thanks for the compliments, but like at the same time, like I just like, you know, what can I do differently?
Was a lot of it serious though?
The critique is it's all serious. Like,
No, like what they're saying about your work in a positive note was.
oh
it
yeah,
serious?
it was serious.
Oh, that's cool then.
And so,
They're not like nice drawing
Like I
things.
didn't think it looked bad, dude. That's better than I could do in a fucking 100 years.
well, dude,
I
you
don't
should
know what I
see
was
some of the
looking at.
people in my class, man. They are fucking, wow.
You know,
Everybody
people
has
that
their own
draw-
kind of style. you know?
Oh yeah, no, that's like I explained to my professor. Not professor. She's an instructor because she's a master student. I was like, I was like, honestly, I'm like, I don't ever draw or do any of this. I'm like, I do 3D, like whatever idea comes to my mind, I manifest it in the 3D program, and that's how I work. And
Okay.
so I was like, so I'm really like not good at drawing,
Nah,
but I'm good, I guess, when I put my mind to it.
Pigs that were saved in a fire were killed and fed as sausages to the firemen that saved them as thank yous.
Free meat.
That's really the random fact of the day.
Yeah, Carmen, do you just look up like fucking? Do you just look up like news of the day?
I'm on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Like,
oh,
not
yo.
on-
Did you guys see Drake is now a co-owner of 100 Thieves?
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't even know 100
Wait.
Thieves before this because I only heard it because of the news.
What about it?
You know 100 Thieves, right, Karma?
Yeah.
owned by
Nate Shot.
Nate Shot. He just signed Scooter Braun and Drake as co-owners.
Yeah, I think fucking Steven was talking about that. Like in
Yeah, because we were talking,
yesterday.
Steven. We were talking about.
Yeah, Steven was just changing stuff. Or
We were talking about esport organizations and who's the top one and how much they're worth and things like that. I think Optic was on the list. FaZe somehow was not
For
on the
fuck's
list.
sake, man.
And
Dude, FaZe makes a lot of money. They're in a lot of esports.
but C9 was at the top. C9 was at the top with.
It's because of League of Legends. They're
Yeah.
one of the most. They're the most successful North American team. That's also involved with enough esports to make the revenue fucking.
Yeah.
But
Didn't
yeah,
they
they're-
just make it
and
to Worlds
they're in this-
in LoL?
Yeah, they're in the semifinals of Worlds.
And they're like are they NA for C9?
Yeah,
C9's NA.
there's two EU teams, one NA team and a Korean team.
I thought all the Korean teams actually lost.
Let me double check then. Worlds. League
But
of
yeah, because C9, I know C9's, and it listed like all the esports they're in, and C9's in like Counter Strike, LoL, Rainbow. Are they in Rainbow Six?
Very few people have actually
Who,
chosen, like, a
Cloud9?
professional Rainbow
Yeah.
team.
Cloud9's in Rainbow Six, yes.
Dota, League of Legends. I already said League of Legends.
They're in Counter Strike.
I already said Counter Strike.
Fuck, I can't see this, dude.
No, they dropped out of COD.
They dropped out of COD in order to go into Rainbow.
Well, yeah, because COD has one very good year and then has two shitty years, and then one very good year and two shitty years, and that's the COD cycle. That's why I say I wish Black Ops 4 is the only COD for the next like 5 years or something like that.
All right, Invictus is the last Asian team. I don't know if they're Korean or not. They're either Korean or what is it? Chinese maybe? I don't know.
It's something.
But it's the last four teams are Fnatic, which is EU, G2 Esports, which is EU, Cloud9, which is NA, and then Invictus Gaming, which is I'm thinking Korean. Damn, dude.
Yeah, I
I
was just-
actually can't wait.
I was just watching. Well, I mean, I'm not really. I can't follow LoL because I don't understand it. I guess.
Follow
It's
what?
really
So I
it can
can't
be fun to
follow it.
watch if as long like if you play a few games and like you look up stuff about League.
I got it,
it's-
but I haven't played it
it's
yet. 'Cause
okay
I'm
to
honestly too
follow.
afraid to play it.
Just watching some of the plays and how they're like how they move around and stuff is pretty entertaining. Like I was
I
watching
just-
the semifinals between or the quarterfinals between Edward Gaming and Fnatic one night at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, that's if you're a true fan. If you're just someone passing by, you can find something.
Yeah,
else
'cause
to
there's-
watch.
I mean,
LoL
I'm
is
not a
such-
true fan by any means.
There was so freshman year in college, or I don't know why I said in college. Freshman year, when I lived in a dorm, and my girlfriend lived in a dorm. Whenever I would go to her place, we'd always have to walk through this like study room tunnel to get to her place. And so every single time we passed through this tunnel, there was this Korean guy that sat there with his laptop and played LOL all the time. He eventually, halfway through the year, he started wearing a hat that said Best Korean. Because I think he just started to become known as like the Korean kid that played LOL. And so yeah,
It's so weird.
I saw a Korean kid play LOL like every day.
Like
That's
I
the
said,
extent
I
of his
haven't,
story.
but I'm
Cool
just
story,
too
bro.
afraid to play it.
Opinion.
I only play FPSs.
I'm trying to expand my horizons.
I was Ozzy. I was watching
Something that
Fallout.
Ethan should do at least a little
I was
bit.
watching Fallout 76 gameplay today, and it actually looks. I thought it looked like pretty cool.
Yeah, because
I fucking hate this game.
dude, I play whatever.
What's so funny, Ozzy? What's so funny?
God damn it.
Just what's so funny, man?
I think it's pretty cool.
What? Oh my God, it's crazy. Once again, Ethan's got his own fucking opinions on a game.
Whatever, dude.
Ethan,
I'm saying.
the
All
one
I'm saying
thing
is you don't
there's
know what
only
you're getting yourself into. That's all.
there's only one thing that sucks about you buying video games, and that's that you pre-order.
I shouldn't have pre-ordered it. It was a drunken mistake, but there's no refunds on PlayStation Store.
You defended that fucking shit for like the longest time. I don't
Yeah,
want
'cause
to
you
hear
guys
it.
are cunts.
Well, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't pre-order. Maybe you should have some self-control.
That's
Also, I had the money at the time, so that's why I bought it. I knew I wouldn't have money once I got back to school.
Well, maybe you didn't need the money.
No,
I don't know. I
honestly,
And then
pre-ordered Far
Steven's-
Cry 5, so you can't be too upset.
Steven's
Why,
fucking
do you still play
dumbass.
it?
You pre-ordered what?
Far Cry 5.
Still shitty.
Steven's dumbass was like, he's like, all right, since I bought COD and fucking, he hasn't bought shit like good games besides like fucking Madden or FIFA lately, and I bought Fallout 76 and Black Ops 4. He's like, all right, I got Red Dead and Last of Us Part 2, and I'm like, okay, and so I'm like, yo, Red Dead's coming out soon.
When
I'm
is
like,
that
you gonna
coming out,
get
by
it?
the way?
He's like, nah. He's like, you think I got the
Fucking
money
Last
for that?
of Us
I'm like,
Part
you're such a
2.
fucking
I don't know.
bitch.
There's no date.
He
Yeah,
has
Steven,
the money.
Steven's a little cunt. He'll say it looks really good. It looks amazing, and then he's like, nah. I'm like,
It's just a cowboy GTA.
that's literally what I'm like, dude.
Dude, the
No
fucking horse
shit,
is
it's
And then
balls.
he'll start dissing it until he gets it for free, and then he'll be like, "Oh, this is a cool game."
I'm not gonna fucking. I'm not buying that
He's
shit.
a little shit.
You shouldn't, honestly.
I don't have the money to buy it.
Get it on
I
PC.
just fucking said I have $3 to my name.
Get it on PC.
Get it
I
on
actually,
PC.
I wish I would have bought Fallout 76 for PC.
Goddamn
Is
right.
it out yet or no?
No, the beta's out
No.
for Xbox right now.
Oh, you can hold on. CD keys. You can buy the beta. It lasts 2 weeks, and you can buy it for $2.59.
My bank account is in the negatives at the moment. I only have $3 in cash.
Well, I also have something else that I want to send to Ozzy. Let's see.
No, but yeah, like literally. Alright, with Spider-Man, I bought.
Click on that link.
I pre-ordered Spider-Man like 2 days before it came out, cause like I was looking at reviews, cause people get review copies and then they tell you like how their experience.
That's what
was
people
with
are doing for Red Dead.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing with Red Dead. Like once I get paid.
I can't.
On Thursday, I'm gonna buy it.
I'll
Yeah,
never
'cause I've seen-
pre-order because
Cause I've seen how like already, like I seen like gameplay leaks of it, and wow,
they
My
look
thing-
at the overall pre-order sales, not whether how close to release it was, but they look at the overall pre-order sales, and then they use that to judge how much they need to hype up the next game.
See, I don't really give a
Yeah.
fuck if I pre-order, because I'm like, I know there's certain games out there, like
But I
Fallout
know-
76 wasn't the smartest decision to pre-order, but COD, like, I buy COD every single year, like, nothing's gonna change that, so...
I bought World War II, and the only thing I liked about it was the campaign.
Yeah, the campaign was actually pretty good in World War II. I like it.
Everybody was like, the campaign was shit. I'm like, dude, the campaign was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
I mean, I was a little disappointed you didn't get to play like as the Russians or like on the Pacific theater.
No, dude,
I mean-
it's not like it's
No,
not like
no, let's do
Battlefield
They need
Ozzy.
to like make like a German game. Like I know Battlefield 5's getting one, but still, it's kind of stupid that like.
Wolfenstein?
dude.
Or
So
no,
many
Wolfenstein,
games.
you're not.
No,
not
dude, I
German.
want to play as Hitler and then like. kill
Wolfenstein's
no,
alternate reality, man.
I came up. Well,
Ozzy.
I have an idea for a
What?
game that if I
Look at
ever
what I sent you.
if I ever got into game design, game I want to create is a open world, World War
That's
II
odd.
based game where you can be either like Axis or Ally powers,
hold
and you
on.
get to choose who you are.
Check out a game called Postscriptum. It may be what you're looking for.
And then it's also for like educational purposes where you put like where I do like a lot of research on like secret missions of World War II and things like that, and just what'd you just say the game was, Steve?
Look up Postscriptum.
But but yeah, with Red Dead, I mean, like they were
The
making
Bloody Seventh.
they made it.
I guess
Been
it's
working on it for
also
8 years,
already a
and they
thing.
couldn't-
Immensive, Ruthless, Authentic is a World War II simulation game focused on historical accuracy, large-scale battles, a difficult learning curve, and an intense need for cohesion, communication, and teamwork. Oh, I think this is a multiplayer game though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. See, I want mine to just be like single player, and like so you sit there and you can do like secret missions and like
So you're talking like a Assassin's Creed version of of World War II.
Oh what?
Well, no, I want it's like you get the opportunity, like off the bat, you can either choose like Axis or Ally, and you can choose either like German, Japanese, or Italy, but Italy fucking dropped out halfway through. or then you can either choose the United States, Russia, or England, who you want to be a part of, and that depicts like a certain storyline throughout it. And then if your character say your character dies, and you just switch to another power, I guess. I don't know. It's the one idea I've had because I think World War II is very interesting.
So what, like
It
story wise or gameplay wise?
Story wise.
We could talk. I forget what operation it was, but we can talk about the operations in which we basically stopped the Nazis from making the nuclear bomb first.
Yeah, I actually just
no,
saw that
that-
yesterday on Twitter.
They never even tried.
No,
what?
There was
Kenny, are you fucking retarded?
There was an article that was just released
No.
like yesterday about how there was an attack. There was a team that went in on a covert op, and they basically blew up the German station where they were like developing nukes.
No. Okay, so what happened
Hitler
was they were
didn't
testing
like nukes because he considered it Jewish science because there's basically all the science by it was discovered by Jewish.
Let me
You
give
know
a
why we got fucking
quick
Albert
opinion.
Einstein out of fucking Germany? Because he
Because
had the
he's Jewish.
formula for nukes.
Opinion.
Yeah.
Can I give you a little tip?
Mhm.
It wasn't fucking Hitler who let it happen. It was his generals because they realized Hitler was a horrible strategist.
Well,
You know what E equals
his
MC
generals
squared
were at
is,
fault
right?
too, but, Yeah. Of course I do. Everyone fucking does.
What is it?
Back. Hello?
What's E equals MC squared, Pinion? I'm putting you on the spot.
E equals MC squared. I know C is light, M is matter.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the literal,
mass is
like
what?
the letter. Like I'm not talking about the letters. I'm talking about like what's it a formula for?
Let's see, if E is energy, then isn't it like a matter conversion? I don't know, man.
It's the atomic. It's like the nuke. It's the formula for nukes.
I don't know about that one, but okay.
I don't remember.
Alright, well.
E equals MC.
That's not nuclear weapons. That's the
It's
fuck.
Yeah.
Because the speed of light is a very large number is multiplied
it's
by
the speed of
itself.
light,
This
yeah,
equation
Yeah, it's
points
not
out how
nuclear
small.
weapons.
Hey, listen. This equation points out how small amount of matter can release a huge amount of energy, as in a nuclear reaction.
Ooh, look at me. You think
Look at that.
Smart as
Hot
shit.
asses. I even knew
Ethan,
that.
you're a fucking dumbass.
I
Dude.
literally.
He's right. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not saying he's wrong about that. I'm just saying he's a dumbass in general, like all of us.
Eat a dick.
So don't jerk yourself off over this one little victory.
You know, Hitler was an artist once.
He was actually. So he tried to get. So Germany had one of the most prestigious art schools in the world. It was called the Bauhaus, and it's where all like aspiring artists are like.
Wow.
If you were like the newest of new artists, that's where you went.
Let him talk.
And so Hitler actually tried to get into Bauhaus, and
Sounds like a
he
brothel.
didn't. So then once he became ruler, the first place he got rid of was Bauhaus.
Wait, what?
Because he didn't get
He
in.
was fucking resentful.
Oh, he didn't get in.
Yeah,
right?
he didn't get in. So the first place he shut down was Bauhaus, and all the professors and the artists fled to the United States, and a lot of them went to Black Mountain College in North Carolina. That's where you get like
Can we just talk
Laszlo.
about
You
how
get like
after the
Laszlo
war-
Moholy-Nagy. You get like some other. I forget the other names. Fuck. Whatever.
Hitler is a really interesting person all around.
Hitler
Wait,
was
so-
fucking high all the
Why
time.
why do you think he hated Jews? What's,
He-
what's the
uh,
Because
story
it's
that you
easy to
gave me?
pin your fucking
he was-
country's
I feel like it was a
problems on
fear-mongering,
race.
I'm
I
pretty
feel like
sure
it was
he
a-
was beaten by his dad and his mom didn't do anything about it or something. He was like troubled as a child, and he came from a partly Jewish family. It's something along those lines.
Fuck. Here's what I'm gonna say. Hitler was doped out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
That
What?
man in narcotics. Like, fucking, maybe that was half the reason he was insane. In fact, he was addicted to fucking opioids.
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
he needed them
he
for
tried
his
to.
disease or something.
So he tried to set himself up as an artist in Vienna, which is a largely Jewish community, just before the First World War. But the social climate was openly anti-Semitic, with an outspoken anti-Jewish mayor. In many anti-Jewish newspapers and magazines, there was no restriction on anti-Semitism. I can't say that. And Hitler was strongly. He was okay. So he was strongly influenced by when he tried to go to Vienna, and he saw all the anti-Semites there. And then the German defeat from World War One.
He blamed it on the Jews
Like many others found it, it was accepted to
and
defeat
the
German
Jewish
Empire.
communities.
Conservatives believe that Germany had lost the war on the battlefield, but due to betrayal from within. Oh, they think the Jews
Italy.
betrayed them within. So then, after the war, Hitler joined a new extreme right-wing party, the Nationalist Socialist German Workers' Party, quickly becoming a strongman because he could inspire
Brown
people with
shirts.
his speeches. He noticed that propaganda against Jews and Bolsheviks struck a chord with the audiences and voters. He claimed Jews were not only responsible for the unfair German defeat, but were also blocking Germany's recovery. So he basically saw how influential hating Jews was, and yeah,
I mean, fuck.
that sucks.
That
but
guy. I don't know if you believe certain people, he's still alive in South America.
No, he'd make him. He'd be one of the oldest people in the world.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
no way. He died a
He-
long
I-
time
Did you
ago.
see?
There's a
I
thing about
forget
how
the-
he did
okay,
flee
so-
and tried to like spread fascism there.
So I forget what movie it was, but there's a movie about Israeli agents tracking like one of the biggest Nazi killers in the camps down to South America and trying to assassinate him, but then like Syria attacked Israel, so they were called. So they missed like one of the biggest opportunities to take out like a head of the SS who escaped to Brazil. I forget what the movie was fucking called, but it's like a really good movie.
I also know that there's
I
an
remember seeing a documentary about that. Yeah.
Judgment Day. No,
I've
that's
seen
probably not
Glorious
it.
Bastard.
dude. That's a good movie.
Oh,
No,
that's a good fucking movie.
It's like a legit movie. It isn't like a spoof movie. It's like legit.
I
Like,
know. I'm just saying. I also saw.
like it's supposed to be up there in realism, like Fury. Like
This-
Dude,
Fury
that was a
fucking-
good.
Ooh, I
Fury
like
was a good
Fury.
movie too.
Fury
a
was
good fucking
unrealistic
movie.
in that opening scene because a tiger would never open up with open up by getting closer to, especially with that. It was
Dude,
just
it was
so
World
stupid,
War
the
II. There
tactics.
weren't really fucking rules. Well, actually, no. Vietnam, there was no rules.
No,
World War II,
no,
there was
no.
rules.
It wasn't like they're breaking any conventions or something. It was the fact his tactics were all wrong for a German. Like he didn't
Okay.
attack the first tank in the convoy. He didn't blow up. Like he bounced a
Mitch,
tank.
I'm not
Dude,
buying
in
it.
that
shell.
scene, they were attacking in a wall formation.
But before that, weren't they hit when they were in the convoy?
Yeah, I'm
That
not
was
buying this
when they
karma.
were driving to the place before they left there to fight the tigers. They were literally okay. So on the way to go meet up with a detachment of engineers, they got attacked by some guys hiding in ditch with a Panzerschreck. And then after
Oh,
that,
no,
they
there
went to
was the
go
road.
save some engineers, took out an anti-tank gun, and then a tiger came out of nowhere and fucked with them.
Dude, tiger tanks were fucking beasts.
No, because okay, how do we put this? Tiger tanks and if the tiger tanks, the end of war Panthers and the bigger tanks were the only good ones. Every other German tank was basically how many shitty tanks we push out for the Blitz before we get fucked, because they knew their tanks were absolute garbage because they were able to be pierced by anti-tank rifles. The only reason they worked was because the Blitz, the Air Force would save their ass whenever there was an anti-tank gun nearby.
And not to mention all the other shit that like France had a bunch of bad tanks. Britain had a bunch of bad tanks.
Well,
Everyone
here's
had
the
bad
problem.
tanks back then.
Here's the
Britain
problem.
had one
No
of
one's prepared for that kind of warfare. Everyone was prepared for like a stalemate World War One situation again.
Well, I mean, France faced it.
Britain
They
had pretty
they
good
invested in more. They invested in more stale weaponry because at the Maggot line.
Well, yeah, Maginot Line.
Yeah, no, and then Britain was kind of like, well, we really don't want to do this, and then Hitler kind of forced their hand, and then Hitler again was trying to hope for like, you know, what happened in World War One, which is we don't have to deal with the U.S., and then Japan's like, we got this, and then goes and bombs Pearl Harbor.
Well, I mean,
What
the
the
World
fuck?
War II was a good thing for the United States because it brought us out of a depression. And then
Yeah,
also
made
there,
us a world-
I was
great
reading
world
something on
superpower.
how apparently they, possibly the United States knew that Pearl Harbor was going to happen, but
They did, but they
they
didn't have
let
enough
it-
time to
yeah.
announce like enough.
yeah,
They knew
but
it was
then-
going to happen,
Fine.
but the problem was they sent the telegram directly to Washington, not to Hawaii.
Did also fucking
Yeah, so it's delayed.
also fucking
By the time it finally
you
got
know
there.
Hitler sent a telegram to Mexico, and was
That
trying
was
to
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman.
No, that
Yeah,
was World War
Zimmerman.
One. That was
That was
not-
World War One. That was
Oh,
not.
I'm
That was
mixing up
not
the
Hitler.
wars.
That was the German government. That was the Zimmerman
Yeah.
telegram. That and the unrestricted
Jesus
submarine
Christ.
warfare. That
Yo,
and the
that's why
unrestricted
America got
submarine
pulled in.
warfare.
'Cause
Yo, by the way,
way,
about the
That's
Hawaii
why-
thing.
That's
the
why
only
America
reason-
got pulled into World War One. It's because they intercepted the
Zimmerman,
message, and then America's like, "Oh, you want to try and invade us? All right, we'll just go and reverse your plans and fuck you up, and you know.
Yeah, no. What happened was Germany was basically like, "Hey, Mexico, if you distract the U.S. for long enough, we'll give you the U.S." And then America is just like, "Okay, so Mexico, sit your ass down. Germany, get your fucking ass over here." Okay, Karma, speak, because you're about to have an aneurysm.
Or you know.
I'm gonna smash my desk.
He's gonna have a
No, I'm
stroke.
just kidding. But the only reason the United States even knew that Pearl Harbor was coming is because Japan told them. They're like, listen, if you don't fucking
And
do
no,
yada
well, they
yada,
also
we're just
deciphered,
gonna
like, their
strike your
code.
base in
Whatever.
the islands.
They deciphered their code long before the war, like
No,
but then it also-
1930s.
Japanese-
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Yeah, they
they
did.
decided.
No, they
deciphered
fucking
No,
did.
they
Not
didn't.
till the Battle of Midway.
They decided. Yeah.
Not till the Battle of Midway.
You're
I never paid
incompetent.
attention to history.
The only
Dude,
way we knew
I
that
only
we
paid
deciphered
attention
it
to
during
history
Midway
was
is
during
because we
World War II.
basically sent out a false message saying Midway needed a new water filtration system, and then Japan sent out a message saying that, and we realized, hey, we know their messages now.
What?
Um,
Filtration.
Also, I mean, but
I
Pearl
don't-
Harbor was
What?
also
Infiltration?
It was awful, but it riled up the United States to get involved in World War II. Because like,
I mean,
there were
face
things
it,
building up to it. There was
there-
like, was it the sinking of the Lusitania, or was that World War One?
That was World War One.
These wars just blend together,
Ethan,
man.
you are just like killing it right now.
Dude, I'm saying the wars blend together,
Ethan got E equals MC squared, and that's it.
and that's it. My
Steve
brain
was
shut
like,
down.
I'm gonna win the rest of the war.
Okay, hold up. I'm looking at literally the bookshelf right behind my computer, and I have the Military Atlas of Tank Warfare, the New York Times Complete World War II
We got a
book,
fucking nerd. We got a nerd.
Guadalcanal,
Nerd.
100 Battles of World War II,
Steve has
No.
Discovery of the
Nerd.
Bismarck.
fucking.
Yeah, I can't.
No, the only time I
I'm
ever paid
literally
attention in
fucking
class
people
was World
want
War
me to
II
become a history major.
in history.
Here's the only thing. Russia had the same strategy as the Germans when it came to tanks, just basically put out a bunch of shitty tanks. But except Russia knew that if you slanted your armor like a fucker, it worked.
If you slanted your arm.
Literally, there was tanks coming off the production line that weren't even fully built. They were just like, it has angles, it'll work.
Well, we all know the
Oh,
reason
KV-1s,
Germany
remember
lost.
when-
Germany
have you
lost
Not
ever
the
was
heard of
KV-1s,
decided
the
to-
T-34s.
Yeah, I know, but the KV-1s. Remember, like have you ever heard like what happened when they first came out? Like German things would like. There was literally a KV-1 who's
1
like,
hour.
painted. I mean, went over sideways. Oh, I don't know. But he blocked the road basically. He blocked the road, and the German tanks could not do anything to get him. So they had to bring in a flak like 88 gun, and basically point blank range for this gun, and fucking hit him in the back just to try and kill him. And the guy just like, okay, you're gonna try and kill me if this thing turns around his turret and blasts through the crew.
Damn.
It took him like he was staying there for like 5 days.
Well, we can all agree the reason Germany lost because they invaded Russia in the winter.
No, it's just
Probably.
because Russia was.
No, because they
Okay, how do we
invaded
put it?
Russia in the winter. They couldn't handle
That's
the
honestly,
not
that's
just the
it.
winter.
Russia was
hold on,
losing
hold
too
on.
many people to
Shut the fuck up.
storm the front.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, no. What happened was they were supposed to have
Enlighten
a
us, Steve.
they-
Come on.
They were having so what happened was
Well, yeah,
Germany was ready.
All
They
right,
were
guys,
going to have a
that's it for the
springtime.
podcast.
They
See
were
you
going to
guys
have a
next time.
spring. Would you shut the fuck up, Ethan?
You are imbeciles.
All
You
right,
don't know what
Steve, keep
happened.
going,
It was
Steve, keep
because the
going.
supply lines had
Keep
cut
going,
off because
Steve.
They went in
Pinion,
too
shut
far
the fuck
because
up.
the
Pinion, get the
burn-
fuck out of
the
here. Pinion,
scorching
pinion,
earth.
pinion.
scorching earth tactic, you dummy. That's why they
Pinion.
did it.
Pinion.
Let Steve
Shut the fuck
talk.
up.
Let Steve be the
Pinion.
smarter person here, all right? He just wants to
Okay.
show off his brain power.
So,
Actually, no.
you
I'm
were
Let
right.
talking
Steve
to a
win.
World War nerd. Pinion, shut the fuck up. No one cares. You're 15. So, you're not even an adult. Get the fuck out of here.
That was me that said that.
Either way. But, okay, so. what
Either
happened
way,
was-
fuck you, Pinion.
All right, that's nice. I've already got enough of this at school, so fuck you.
I love you, Pinion.
All right, so Steve, just
Okay,
finish your
so-
story.
What happened was Germany didn't say let's invade Russia in winter. What happened was they were going to do a spring offensive, and they got about 20 miles into Russia before Benito Mussolini's like, "Hey, we can't capture the Ukraine oil fields," which was a major part of why they invaded Russia because of the resource wars. Because Germany had shit for resources,
Yeah.
so they went to go invade Russia, and as a result, they're like, "Okay, Italy, you take over the Ukraine to get the oil fields." And then, like, about a month after battle, Italy's like, "We can't do this."
Well, it
And
wasn't Ukraine yet.
no, Crimean, whatever. But, and then another reason. Most statistics say, almost all statistics say, that the Allies would have won the war, but
No
if
matter
it wasn't
what.
for D-Day and the failure in the Russian offensive, it would have been a lot longer.
No, it's not. It would have been a lot longer,
The-
yes, but the thing is, D-Day didn't save Europe from the Axis. It saved it from Russia occupying all of Europe.
Which is, yeah, I mean, because what happened was Russia started to get in a foot after we basically told Russia to go fuck themselves for a while because we weren't really too concerned. We were going to do our own thing. And then Russia's like, okay, look, we're finally pushing. And then everybody kind of thought, fuck, if Russia gains a lot more territory than us, that thing's going to go communist. And we can't have that happen.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's why D-Day happened.
Alrighty.
Also, Germany mostly wasn't launched mostly launched just because the Russian scorched earth tactic, which was basically destroying all roads, so their supply lines were basically in shambles, and they could not get enough resources, and they ran out of oil and all that. And Russia started.
I didn't
Then
know I didn't know I was in sophomore year of high school. World history
Moscow.
again.
Is that
Alrighty, guys. That's
Like it or
Dude,
not,
I haven't even taken world history yet. This is all because I used to watch shit ton documentaries.
Oh, I
I
did
used to
watch
too.
documentaries.
Shit.
I pissed off my fucking class my freshman year of high school
Of course,
because
you did, dude. Every time
we
you
were
talk
on a
about
bus
class,
ride to
you
go.
fucking piss someone off.
No, because what happened was I pissed off my entire class because we were on a bus trip to somewhere. We were gonna go see something. I'm like, let's watch a World War II documentary, and everybody's like, no, let's go watch Wonder Pets. And my teacher's like, we're watching the documentary.
Oh, you're that
Fuck
fucker.
yeah,
Fuck
dude.
you.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
that fucking piece of shit.
I'm not gonna watch Wonder Pets. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes,
Which was a
I can
fucking
actually
kid.
I'm
agree.
so
I
glad
can
your
agree.
teacher took one kid over the rest of them.
But he didn't want to watch Wonder Pets. It's like he literally looked at the disc and it says for ages 4 to 5, and my high school class is like, yeah, we're 4 to 5 mentally. I'm like, can we just
Why
watch
the
this
fuck does he have
documentary?
Wonder Pets? That's what I want
No,
to know.
the fucking students. It was like the students were supposed to bring in discs to watch, and it was literally between me and my buddies voting for the documentary, and the other kids voting for the 5 to 4-year-old Wonder Pets.
So what? There was only 2 fucking movies?
Yeah, no,
I'd
like
probably
that's
still
what it was
vote for the
voted to. That's what it
documentary.
was voted to.
I'd vote for documentary.
Did anyone bring in
So no
Shrek?
no one brought in Shrek. Like,
Dude, today. All right,
People
so,
brought in Shrek, but
so-
Shrek is Love,
so-
Shrek is Life wasn't in yet. It was
So-
just
What do you
Shrek.
mean, dude?
The
All
final-
fucking high school.
Yo,
All,
shut
all anybody wanted to do was watch Shrek.
all right, final
I'm gonna go home
note
and
that
watch
final note I'm saying today is it's this. So today, once I was talking about my art critique, they were talking about someone's art, and they said it looks like a swamp, and immediately in my head I go, get
This
out
is
of
my
my
swamp."
get out of my swamp. Or
That was
I
a
saw
really accurate.
I saw a meme today. It
impression.
was like it was if it's like your favorite PG movie just got PG-13 and can say one F word. Where are you putting it? And it said, "Get out of my fucking swamp."
Did you see that someone brought up the concept of a this is a quick thing of a Spider-Man Deadpool crossover in which it's PG-13 and Deadpool knows it's PG-13, so he's allowed to say fuck one time, and he's been saving it all movie, and then like Spider-Man stubs his toe and says fuck, and then like Deadpool has a mental breakdown over the fact that it's gone to waste.
That's funny. All right, that's
You know that
serious?
would work. You know that would work as a movie concept.
Oh, I also
That
I
would.
saw another thing. It was like if Deadpool's in the Marvel
Too bad,
universe and he turned to dust when Thanos snapped his fingers, but does
Oh,
his
yeah.
body constantly regenerate? And he's always in this stage of regenerating, turning to dust, regenerating, turning to dust, and all he can get out words when he
Wolverine.
regenerates is, "Ah, fuck this."
Oh, fuck this. Oh, fuck that. I'm gonna kill whoever's doing this to me.
Alrighty, we're at an hour 8. It's gonna end it for EP 7.
Wait. Did you already end it?
No, I'm doing the outro right now, motherfucker.
Ha! Let's get that dark word in here real quick.
All right, that's gonna end it for episode 7.
Well, for all
Fuck you guys.
Ethan,
I haven't ended
nobody's
it yet.
gonna say it. Nobody's
All
gonna
right.
say
That's-
As soon as you muted yourself, we were all like, oh shit, he did it.
All right, so that's the end of episode 7. Any closing comments? You get one word, literally one word.
Fuck!
Fuck.
Ozzy and Steve.
Headass.
Headass. Steve.
World War II.
Oh my God, what a waste. All right,
What a waste of a word.
all right. We'll see you next time.